Well, welcome back, Wolfpack. Verlis here, and today we're talking about Pokemon Go Fest 2018. Did Niantic learn from their disaster last year? Is it a success? Is it a failure? Well, I want to start off by talking about the ticket sales and how that kind of got off to a really bad start with Pokemon Go Fest 2018. For those of you who aren't aware, it was completely botched because the way that they had it set up made it really easy for botting and scalpers to pretty much just wreck the website. Very few people that were even like properly in line, or not in line, but properly in queue for tickets were not able to make it past like certain screens, and they could not finish their ticket sales, even though the event had been split into 2 days. So to try to make it easier for people that wanted to go, you actually have 2 days of Pokemon Go Fest this year, but you can only attend one. You are restricted from going to 2 days, and you're only allowed one, so a little bit heavy-handed in controlling, but at the same time, it does make sense. And I believe that there's going to be like other parks in the area and other areas in Chicago. They're going to have increased spawns and kind of benefiting from what's going on in the area with Pokemon Go Fest, so that's alright. As for the rules, still some like interesting rules, camera accessories such as selfie sticks, tripods, monopods, GoPro mounts, attachments, other commercial equipment, that's prohibited. The clear backpacks, I guess that's just the society we live in today. So a couple of like interesting rules, but nothing too terrible, and it seems like a lot of people still made it to Pokemon Go Fest despite the ticket sales and like that, how that got botched and stuff, so it's looking alright. Now I do want to talk about the coverage from Pokemon Go Fest and how it's going, because it actually seems very positive initially. And we're going to get to what ends up happening later on the video, and if Pokemon Go Fest ends up recovering from that. But yeah, Japan, yay, so this is pretty cool. Quick daily dose of curated cool stuff from Japan, mixed with original content. Chicago-based Japanese pop culture blog. They are bringing the footage. They are showing us what is happening at Pokemon Go Fest, and it looks fun. So yeah, quick video, it's slowly filling in. Great thing about Linkin Park is it's so expansive. So I mean, that's kind of the thing. Niantic, they seem to have learned from their mistakes. Larger park, multiple entries, everything spaced out, no connection issues initially, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. Like, I think the best way of describing this is that it's a good Pokemon event. Like, even removing Pokemon Go from it or whatever, it's like, hey, this seems like and feels like a Pokemon convention, and we even see it with how some of this is represented. I love this. Like, this is what Niantic has done well. They have set the scenery. They have set the stage. They make it feel like you're actually out in a Pokemon world catching Pokemon because they've set up other environments. You can even see, like, the little maps. This is really cool. Walking the route and checking out the 4 themed habitats prior to the start of Pokemon Go Fest. So they have specific habitats with specific Pokemon spawning. They got a little map. So, I mean, that's cool. And we also have, the legends right here, Japan Yay, showing us the habitats. We have the jungle one. Really well done. I like the volcano one. Like, it's simple, but it really sells it. And they did some good work for this jungle habitat, considering, like, you're just in Chicago. The desert one's really cool. There's a few others. The Arctic one, or like, what is this one? Glacial habitat, that's what they're calling it. So we got some cool footage of the glacial habitat. You can see the Pokestops, and then the volcanic habitat. This one is so cool. I like it. Like, it looks, we got the science fair volcano, but they built it up well. They actually brought a volcano habitat to Pokemon Go Fest. We got some other pictures of the team tents. So I think that they could have still done better on the tents. That was something that wasn't well done, and actually a pretty big failure point of Pokemon Go Fest 2017. Like, that's not a lot of room for the amount of people that are going to be there, but they did go all out on the tent. Like, that is custom, and that must have been hella expensive to actually, like, get the symbol on that and stuff. I would have just preferred maybe something more simple but larger, so more fans feel better accommodated. But they have like custom beanbag chairs, so yeah, actually putting a lot of effort into that one. And then I just have like pictures of other people just tweeting hashtag Pokemon Go Fest 2018, showing off the exhibits. I mean, it looks good. Got a Snorunt showing up. Like, there's a lot of pictures like Snorunt, shiny Snorunt, all that fun stuff. It looks really well done, and people are having a great time. So, I mean, this is where it has succeeded, in that they brought a Pokemon event. Like, again, just removing Pokemon Go, just kind of bringing people together in Pokemon in a simulated Pokemon environment. That's some pretty cool stuff. This is what Pokemon Go was about from the beginning. This is what Pokemon Go should have always been about, until Niantic did make many mistakes that ruined the game. But overall, this isn't terrible. So I'm not going to be like super overly critical of Niantic. They've already made enough mistakes to where they're still worthy of criticism. I do want to make it clear though, one properly done event does not automatically, absolve all of the failings of Niantic. They ruined Pokemon Go from the start, and now it's like they're finally starting to understand like how to run a business about this, because 2017 was terrible. There was absolutely no saving any of that. However, this year there's no stream, so maybe there's not a full amount of confidence. You know, no stream from Pokemon Go Fest. So maybe something could go wrong, and we get to see some of the desert habitat. Desert habitat's still really cool as well. So I mean, a lot of work went into the environment, but what does that mean for the game? Also, people are just having fun. Like, this is what I mean. This is where you get a really wholesome Pokemon experience. We got an old dude rocking a team shirt back there. He's in it. We got these guys, Have Unknown, SXW, Heracross, Corsola, Ash Hat, Pikachu, Need, Relicanth, Tropius. So I mean, we got trades, we got signage going on. Wait, is that a forbidden item? I don't remember. 1 second. Let me like skim through this really quick. It says totems, flags, banners. Maybe? I don't know. Like, yeah, sometimes anime conventions, they crack down, even if it's like a simple sign like free hugs, even though like that's starting to get a little more political in this day and age. But like, yeah, like, so maybe, but it looks like they were able to get it in, and they're able to just kind of sport it like that. Either way, I like this. This, again, just kind of gives a really good Pokemon convention kind of feel. It's more spread out, so there's not really too many problems that are going on. And then just a couple of pictures of people enjoying it. Like, this is cool. I'm collecting the loading screens. So, yeah, you're just surrounded by Pokemon, and you get to have fun doing Pokemon stuff. You gotta take, you know, the crazy AR picture of your awesome Pokemon in the environment. They got, like, a snowblower going on. It's cool. So, they're doing it. But, and then even I have like a couple of things show, you know, I was retweeting what's going from the event because it's nice. This one's just a little silly. Today, I found a real Kakuna. Should we tell him, guys? Nah, that's okay. But, let's see, this guy, then we started seeing some problems on the Pokemon Go hashtag. Now, I'm not familiar with this, you know, trainer tips. Those who made the trip to Chicago for Pokemon Go Fest without a ticket don't have much to do, no special spawns that we were promised. So I was like wondering, like, what was this something that maybe Trainer Tips said like in a video? Again, I'm not 100% sure what happened, but did Trainer Tips say in a video like, oh, even if you end up in Chicago or you couldn't make a ticket and you're just here for the culture, because it's going to spill over into the city once the event ends. Also, there's 2 days worth, so there's going to be like enhanced spawns, I believe, in other parks and just the area itself. There's going to be a lot of Pokemon fans just flooding Chicago, so even if you don't have a ticket, you might be able to get a pretty awesome like Pokemon Go experience, especially again like if you're just there for the weekend. There's like no point of planning a big vacation during the summer just to show up to Chicago for one day of an event. So there's going to be like a lot of stuff going on around. However, it sounds like that isn't going to happen. So was that promised by Niantic? Was that something that Trainer Tips offhandedly mentioned in a video? Don't know. So suddenly it's starting to get shaky. And then Niantic does what Niantic do. So this all seems like, you know, Verizon. And Verizon towers have crapped out, causing mass disconnects and huge lag to its users. Now, this isn't everyone. This isn't like Pokemon Go Fest 2017 where no one could play. This is just going to be Verizon right here. All the laughing and giggling around me has stopped, and now there's blank stares and sighing. One guy yelled, "How did they not learn this from last year?" Again, it's just like one-off failure, but we're going to see how it recovers, and if this is like a continued issue, like if other cell towers start going down throughout the day. Also, another thing with Niantic is that there was like a login or some kind of crashing bug that was discovered, so there was a lot of fault on Niantic's side. And one thing I feel is that with Pokemon Go Fest 2017, I blame Niantic more than the cell companies, because this wouldn't have happened if Niantic properly communicated their needs. Maybe they didn't understand that like there'd be people spoofing in the area. Maybe they didn't understand that non-event goers would still be in the area trying to like soak up some kind of perks, or at least just hang out for the sake of Pokemon. So I think that they were trying to cut corners on maybe costs or maybe the needs, and they underestimated it severely, which just kind of shows like is a very high likelihood because of how everything else went wrong for 2017. So it seems like they still did well, but maybe learned from their mistakes, so there's just going to be like the natural just problems that end up happening. And then we have this, not even one issue to report from anyone today, killing it. That was like right before all of this happened, so a little mistimed right there. But you know, people are generally happy. It's not like everyone showed up, you know, a 3-hour queue in line to go in and have no cellular service and then see just this crap event that Niantic put on. So at least the atmosphere is happy. The atmosphere is Pokemon based and doing pretty well. And then we have this. It looks like we have Sunshine here today. Let's all hear it for Sunshine. That's one of the biggest memes from Pokemon Go Fest 2017, because that was actually like, yep, it's sunny out, guys. Woo! We got some good news to talk about. But I think that this is actually a joke. since it's cloudy and muggy in Chicago today. Now, you can't really do much about July summer heat, but I think the weather's actually alright. It's overcast, but muggy, and I'd prefer that over sun. However, there's like a 50% chance for rain, so maybe that's the joke. Or maybe like the sun came out for a little bit of time, but I'm seeing people with umbrellas. I think that's actually what we see from the Japan Yay in one of the more recent ones. Yeah, so yeah, with this desert habitat, you can see that people have the umbrellas out. So it might be getting a little rainy, might be getting a little misty, but it doesn't seem like it's ruining the event, ruining what's going on for people right there. And then Go Fest is lit because the servers are not working, there's crashes and all kinds of stuff like that. So I'm going to keep you guys updated with what is happening in Pokemon Go Fest. It seems to have taken a turn for the worst, but can Pokemon, like, can Niantic recover, and how will day 2 go? Will there be absolutely no problems, or is that when all the problems are going to just spill out? You know, that's where we are. So if you guys enjoy the video, hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.